OHS. Shane Miles here with Paige Stevens, bringing you another edition of Eagles on Air.
9 members of the O'Neill speech team ventured to Norfolk High School for the Roger Maxwell Speech Invitation last Friday. The team competed in 10 events. Of those 10, 3 received medals. Results are Miranda Winder, first place, Novice Interpretation; Shane Miles, Nolan Swanson, Kevin Zach, and Allison Depko, third place, Oral Interpretation of Drama; and Morgan Langan, 5th place, Novice Interpretation. The team placed 5th out of 10 teams.
Coach Brian Moore had this to say. This was a great way to start off our season. The team got to see some material that was high caliber, especially for so early in the season. Teams like Kearney, Lincoln East, and North Platte are in the upper echelon of speech teams in the state, regardless of class. Hopefully, it will serve as a motivation for what is possible through hard work, dedication, and a drive towards excellence. Now we have to revise and polish existing events and get up new events to fill our team's entries out across the board before the brunt of our season starts in January.
Student Council is hosting their annual food drive for the CNCS Food Pantry this week. It started on Monday and goes until the 23rd. Each year, O'Neill Public School has a friendly competition with O'Neill St. Mary's to see who can raise the most food per member.
This food drive has become the largest donation the food pantry receives all year. Last year, O'Neill Public Schools collected 4,000 items and donated them to the food pantry. Hopefully, this year will be just as good.
This week was Geography Awareness Week. In recognition of this, we held several events throughout the week. On Wednesday, students and staff were asked to wear a shirt with the name of a place for the place chase contest that was held. Mr. Gary Hoster organized this activity.
Let's hand it over to the weather.
Bringing you the weekend weather forecast. On Friday, it'll be a high of 44 and a low of 17. On Saturday, it'll be a high of 33 and a low of 26. And on Sunday, it'll be a high of 44 and a low of 21. Now it's the day for your preview of next week.
Hey, it's Dave here with next week's weather. Monday, we'll have a high of 35, and Tuesday, we'll have a high of 20. On Wednesday, we'll have a high of 29, and Thursday, we'll have a high of 30 with a lot of clouds.
Next is a special feature video by Morgan Duvall to kick off the winter sports season.
As we enter into the winter season, we prepare ourselves for de-icing our windshields, bitter cold temperatures, and the awesome 40-foot drifts that accumulate in the middle of intersections. But in between the gifts of Mother Nature, we also look forward to the winter sports season. Today we will be interviewing coaches Mr. Korkel, Mr. Eichelberger, and Mr. Hoster about how their teams are preparing for the winter season.
I'm here with wrestling coach Mr. Korkel. Coach, how many varsity wrestlers do you have out this year that are returning?
We've got 23 guys out this year. In terms of returning guys, you know, I haven't really put a pencil to it, but a lot of our team from last year is back. We're just excited to get started, I guess.
What have you done to prepare for the season so far?
Well, we wrestled a lot in the off season. We went to Shadron Team Camp, took a bunch of guys out there. We wrestled Wednesday nights in June. We went to Grand Island for Summer League, and we had a camp here, and of course we put a lot of time in the weight room, and a lot of these guys were out for a fall sport, so we feel pretty good about our conditioning and what we've done in the off season to get ready, and we're pretty excited about the upcoming year.
What are your goals for this year?
You know, I think it's just to compete. I don't know. We didn't really set down, you know, we want to be competitive as a team in any tournament that we travel to, and you know, we just got certain individuals that they set their individual goals. Some of them, it's you know, cracking that varsity lineup for the first time. For others, it's, you know, being a state qualifier. For somebody else, it's, you know, maybe medaling in a tournament. But as a team, I think we have the guys in place that we can be competitive and, you know, be in the hunt for some team hardware at some of these tournaments that we attend to, and just really to get better throughout the year. I think that's what we're most interested in.
What are your biggest challenges going to be this year?
Well, you know, every year you always worry the injuries. I mean, we want to avoid things like that. But, you know, it's really just these guys, you know, realizing that every day is a day of practice, that they can either get better or stay the same or get worse, you know, and just, you know, keeping them focused on making sure that every day is a day that we focus on getting better. And if we do that, then I think those kinds of things will take care of themselves. And that's really what it's all about, just making every day a positive experience and and make it a day where you improve.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck with the season.
Hey, thanks.
I'm here with girls coach Brock Eichelberger. Coach, how many girls are out for basketball this year?
We have 20 out currently.
What are your goals for this season?
Goals are to come to practice, work hard every day, and then hopefully we can compete during game nights.
What are your biggest challenges of the year going to be?
I think a part of our team is pretty short, so I'm going up against a lot of teams that have a lot of talent, a lot of height, and our schedule's pretty tough. So I think week in and week out, it's just going to be a challenge every game.
And what have you done to prepare for the season so far?
I went to some clinics this summer and kind of got ready, did some summer league. Went to a few girls basketball camps, and the girls have been hitting it pretty hard the last 3 weeks with doing some open gyms and that, so I think we're going to be ready.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck for the season.
Thank you.
I'm here with boys basketball coach Nick Hostert. Coach, how many returning letter winners do you have this year?
Morgan, we have 9 returning letter winners from a year ago. We're real excited about the short time we've had with them this year. I think we had a really good summer, put in a lot of time in the off season, and I really think that they've shown a lot of progress over that time. So we are really excited with where we're at right now.
What are your goals for this season, Coach?
Our goals, I think, for us, our standard we'd like it to be excellence. We'd really want to come out and just play well every night. We've never really got too caught up in wins or losses. For us, we want to make sure that we just come out and play well on both ends of the floor, and I think the wins and losses will take care of themselves. So, Morgan, if we could just show up, play hard every night, we'd be very happy with where we're at.
What is your biggest challenge of the season going to be?
I think probably our biggest challenges we're a little short overall, size-wise. We don't match up real well, I think, in terms of height with some of the teams we're going to see. But we know that we've got some real quick kids, we've got some experienced kids, and we think we'll have a good plan to counter a lot of other people's height.
What have you done to prepare for the season so far?
We put in an awful lot of time over the off season. Whether we have a lot of kids that are multi-sport athletes that have put time in, whether it be for football or track or and whatnot. We've got kids that put a lot of time into the weight room situation. We have a lot of kids that have come to open gyms, and some kids that have played as many as 20 or 25 games throughout the summer at various different locations, from day camps to going to Creighton team camp and things like that. So. And just kids that have put time in shooting in their own driveways and getting bigger, faster, stronger. So, as I said earlier, we really like the kids that we have right now. They're working hard. It's just a great mix of kids that seem to get along really well. So, just really excited from a coaching standpoint.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck on the season.
Thanks, and thanks to Eagles On Air for the work you guys do.
Thanks.
Even though we may be seeing some extreme weather this year as Old Man Winter begins to set in, still be sure to come and support the Eagles as they open up their seasons on Thursday, December 2nd. With the girls and boys varsity and JV teams taking on Valentine starting at 4:30, and the wrestling team heading up to the elementary to take on Madison in a duel, which is set to get underway at 6:30.
Thanks, Morgan. O'Neill High School fans will have plenty of activities to attend this winter.
Now, let's hand it off to our movie critic, Randy Baker.
What's up, dog? Oh, yeah, just waiting. We're gonna do a movie review. All right. So, my movie this week is Lottery Ticket, and it's about a young man named Kevin, played by Bow Wow. Yeah, that's a crazy rapper name. I don't know whether that's his birth name or what's going on, but he lives with his grandmother in the projects, right? And he works at Foot Locker, and he has to work there to support his grandmother and himself. Gotta pay the bills, all that kind of stuff. Well, as he's going to work, a couple of thugs jump him, right? And they tell him he needs to steal some shoes for him. So, when he gets to work, it's just a normal day. And these thugs come in and try to steal these shoes, right? They walk out of the door and the little scanners get them. And then Kevin here is plagued with his boss thinking he might have helped them do this, so he gets fired, right? So before, his grandma wanted him to play some lottery ticket numbers, and he goes to a gas station, plays those numbers, and then gets conned into getting a ticket for himself by the store owner, played by T-Pain. Yeah, that's another crazy rapper name, I don't know. But anyways, he picks some numbers, right, and ends up actually winning the lottery, and then everybody wants something from him, that kind of thing, but you can imagine. So, now onto some bad aspects of the movie, right, okay. Let's see here. The acting in this movie is super duper corny and outside of Ice Cube. Yeah, okay, enough of the name anyways. But the acting's corny, so that's one piece. Another thing, the storyline is really shallow. The only way you're going to like this movie is if you're going to like Everybody Hates Chris. That'll be the only way. So along with the shallow storyline, everything in this movie is extremely predictable. I thought maybe I should go out and buy a lottery ticket because of everything I was guessing right. And then, yeah, there you go. And towards the end, everything just gets really sentimental and sappy, and personally, there's just way too much of it. So, although there are so many bad aspects, as you can see clearly, I still give it one piece of baloney due to having a good laugh here and there, but really, to sum things up, I would only suggest this movie if you claim yourself as a die-hard Ice Cube movie fan, and really, I don't see many of those people, so I'll let my friend here finish up. Yeah, this pretty much explains how awful this movie is. He has to actually put condiments on the already present bologna. It's just an awful, awful movie, and yeah, exactly, but don't go see this movie, please.
Thanks, Randy. After watching your reviews each week, it seems like there are a lot of really good movies out there for everyone.
Well, that's all for this week's edition of Eagles on Air. Hopefully you'll be tuning in next week.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of Eagles on Air. If you have any news or comments for future broadcasts, you can email us at eaglesonairnews@gmail.com.